Right foot creep, walking with that heater. Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see you. Catch them bad, walk down, face them with that heater. The devil under your feet, you on your way to see him. Right foot creep, walking with it.
Just logged on. No kills yet. Just landed. Why is this so hard? Okay, I got fighting on both sides. I hear it now. Arthur! Oh gosh. Arthur! I'm gonna close the blinds. Man, I'm off today. Arthur barking, man. Man, I should have had that killed no problem. Man, not a good start. Not a good start. Alright. Arthur, you're really distracting me. Yeah, no aimbot today. I'll tell you what, when I'm not walking on the treadmill, it's a little bit different. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching Colorado play tonight at 7:30. That's a big game right now. I know there's the Wasabi Fenway Bowl on right now between University of Connecticut getting a big win over the Tar Heels, it looks like, and also we got Nebraska and Boston College today. Gonna be a big win for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, I'm calling it. Got a big game also between Miami and Iowa State today, hitting off at 3:30 on ABC for the Pop-Tarts Bowl. I'm gonna have to say, if Cam Ward's playing, Miami's not losing, but there's also gonna be a very close game. Thoughts? Alright, a lot of enemies, so we're just gonna take our talents down this way. I'll read your observation, Brandon, here in a second once I can get my chat open on my phone. That's the only bad thing about playing on TV on YouTube is they don't show the whole comment all the time. Brandon said, if Cam Ward is playing, I like Miami. If not, they will catch the L, I think. That's a great observation, Mike. You know, in these bowl games, anything can happen, as we've already seen from the first few rounds. I know there's fighting going around me, but oh, that's just regular. Just some bots fighting, it seems like. There we go. We're warming up. Yeah, those were some big bots. We got someone driving. Nice. Would like to hear your observations on the upcoming College Football National Playoff Championship. Oh. Thoughts on the first round? You know what? I think all the teams who deserved to make it who are in it. I don't think you can allow a 3-loss team, regardless of how well they're playing, who have lost to Vanderbilt and then an Oklahoma team. I think that kind of knocks you out automatically. I think the committee got it right. Obviously, the gameplay is what it is, but you know, there's going to be games like that in any sport, even in the NFL. You know, there's teams that are good, and then there's teams that are great. And I think that's what we kind of saw this past week in the college football playoff. I will say one thing. Would the games have been more competitive if there was in Alabama or South Carolina or Ole Miss? Possibly. But you got to earn it in the regular season. I will stick by that. Thoughts? Alright, hold on. I can read your comment now, Brandon. Hold on. I think the biggest change would be automatic buy. Shouldn't go to ASU. They should be based on ability. Sorry. I agree with the first round buy for ASU just due to the fact they won their conference championship, and I think that should be awarded to them. I think that a team who can do that deserves to be in. No question. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm not gonna really use that. I guess that's a good point. It's a tough balance because there is such a difference from high level play in each conference and also just teams in general. I do not agree with continuing to expand the playoffs just to get everyone in it. I think that would be wrong, in my opinion. Whoop, no. Yep, exactly. I 100% agree with that. People weren't happy with the BCS. They're not going to be happy with the 14 playoff. They're not going to be happy with the 12-team playoff. And I think a lot of it has to do with just how passionate some of these fans are in these fan bases. But I think it definitely makes it more interesting with this NIL. What color does you represent? What that even mean? Explain, chat. I need to move that thing because I can't see my guns when you chat. Who's your team? Oh. Sorry, I'm not up with the kids' hip lingo. I'm rooting for the world famous Ohio State Buckeyes and the All-American girl Jenny Taft. I think Oregon got done dirty by their lineup in the college football national championship playoff, having to face either team that they're up against. I think that after the first round, it should be reseeded so that the highest seed, so Oregon, would play the lowest remaining seed that was in the first round. So I think currently Oregon should be playing, I think it would be Penn State again. Or Texas. It might be Texas. Or, I think it should be reseeded, yes. Thoughts? I think Ohio State has too much talent. And I think, although a lot of the fan base is upset from the loss from Michigan, they need to get over that and realize that there's a chance to win a national championship. They need to support the team. It would still be Ohio State. Okay, well then, yes, that's the correct thing. I'm not going over there. Did he see me? Alright, he got the high ground. Yep, I just got played there. She was good. I don't know, I'm fine if conference champs get an automatic buy. If they play those games, they deserve it.
Right foot creep, ooh, walking with that heat. Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see. Catch some bad, walk down, face them with that heat. The devil under.
Let's go with the quick drop here. We're gonna be the first one to touch this match. Oh, no, we're not. Definitely was a bot. I don't like those swords. Thoughts on barefoot shoes? I don't think I know enough to make a good observation. I do think that they do have benefit for training purposes, if done correctly. Those are my only thoughts. I just haven't been researched enough on it to make a comment where I feel comfortable sharing my thoughts on the internet. Let's go take this guy down. Thank you. That's what I want this chat to be, just a good open discussion between some good all-American people. How was your Christmas? Let me know, chat. What was your favorite gift? Who's he shooting at? Oh no. This guy's about to get clapped. I want to watch this. Yeah, I swear there's something else shooting here. Where's that coming from? Oh, I see him. Wow, the love I felt, that's a great gift. Hope you're feeling better in the chat, BPAT. Hope you're recovering. Please stay away from me. Also glad to know your phone's working after I sent you a text asking what your plans are for New Year's Eve and no response. That's real tough. Exposed. Oh. I was sick. Oh, your fingers were too sick to text? Jeez. Okay. Didn't know if he was gonna make it to New Year. I didn't know he was Zoe. Thoughts on fantasy football season? Yeah, currently fantasy football. I will say I'm in 2 different leagues. In one league, I got last place. Currently, in my other league, I am in the championship battle with Rayanne. Fantasy football is all about luck, unfortunately, and matchups. So it's tough week to week. I feel like I have a good shot. I have a decent lineup. A couple players have already played. Not the greatest start, but guess that's what you can say. Week 17, players hurt, players tired. You know, teams are playing for playoffs. Teams are playing for contracts. Teams are playing for this, that, and the other, so. Oh yeah, there's definitely some hostility in the household. We haven't talked all week. Now the biggest thing I would say is I am not helping her with her lineup. I will gently remind her if there's something that I notice, like, hey, there's a game on tonight, you better check your lineup, or that's really about it. But she's on her own this week. I will say she's gotten a lot of help from me this season in the sense of I will help her choose between certain players if I feel like that's appropriate. But yeah. Very competitive people. This guy real? Bro was glitching. Yeah, that was more than likely a bot. I never know what these are. Mending machine, I'm good. I'm 100. Thoughts on the transfer portal? Well, we're getting some rapid fire questions today in the chat. You know, I'm a fan of the transfer portal in the sense of allowing players to have the opportunity to play for a team and, you know, get out there. I am not a fan of the way it's kind of become with how much players are moving. That's ridiculous. And the whole money aspect of it, I think these are still kids. Yes, I agree that they should be getting compensated for their Name, image, and likeness. I just think there has to be some guide rails to it because if a kid wants to play 1 year and then go back next year to a different team to make more money, to leave, it's kind of not fair to, I would say, the schools. I think that there almost has to be, hey, you get one opportunity to transfer. I think there's got to be a limit on the amount of transfers. And I think it should be made to a point where almost you can only do it after a certain point. Like, if you're a freshman, you shouldn't transfer. That's interesting, but then again, you're at a disadvantage for these smaller schools having to pay these bigger schools, because that's the way it goes. A lot of times you see players in these non-Power 4 conferences transferring up to bigger schools, and I think that puts that at a disadvantage and wouldn't be fair for those smaller schools to have to pay the fees to schools who have bigger booster clubs and more funding. Interesting thought. It's a mess. Oh, the big school would have to pay the small school to acquire that player. I think it'd be good, but I think just the other way around would be tricky. I don't know. The thing I don't like that these kids don't get developed like they used to. I'm not saying that's wrong, but I think we've seen the evidence in the NFL that the play is just maybe down a bit. Yeah, I think that's just the time period we're in where people move on to the thing that's going to benefit them the most. There's no loyalty, there's no dedication anymore, and it's sad because I feel like with our generation, that's where some of the values we had, you know. What can you do? But I get it. If you want to get out of a bad situation, now you are afforded the opportunity to do that. Oh, that's on taxes. What do you mean taxes? Having to pay taxes? No comment. I don't have a comment on that because I don't know enough. I think it's ridiculous the amount of taxes we pay based on our income. Because there's people that are not possibly contributing the way that us hardworking Americans are. Not saying that they're not hardworking Americans. I'm just saying. I'm paying a third of my income out in taxes every year. I don't know if I'm necessarily seeing any benefit to it either. casseroles. You know what? Casseroles are a great holiday food. And every once in a while. Very heavy. Carb heavy, fat heavy. I guess it just depends on the sustenance of what's in it. I like casseroles. I like a cheesy potato, green bean casserole. I can eat that all the time. It's just not always the best food for you. It's just more of a comfort food if you catch my drift. Thoughts? What are your thoughts? I'm sure Aaron can make a good casserole. That's crazy. You get across the map pretty fast with that. I agree with that. What are the key components of a casserole and what defines a casserole? Jeez. Spending too much time doing this. No stairs in there. Whatever. Three ingredients baked in a dish. Fits in a casserole dish. I think those are some good guidelines. 3+ ingredients. So you almost have a protein, a carb, so like some sort of like noodle, some sort of like a potato, or something like that. And then you almost have the creamy base. So whether like a cream of mushroom soup, cream of chicken soup, cream of celery soup. Nice. Let's go get ring. Am I stressed? Yeah, a little bit. I'm over here talking casserole and all of a sudden I'm getting pushed by 2 different people. I think that's my guy who's chasing me in that car. Wow. Okay. Well, Chad, I think that's going to be it for me today. That was kind of frustrating. He had that legendary gun and kind of played me there. But, let's just see what he does right here. Let's just see how he plays this. Hopefully I can't even get up the mountain and this guy's the one who took me out. Man. He lasered me. Man, I lost to this person? Oh, jeez. It was going down where I was, I guess. I would be going out. Oh, he's not even hitting them. That guy's lagging and he's got like an aimbot or something. He's not even hitting them. That's cheap. He's not even hitting them. Am I wrong, chat? What is this guy doing? How'd he get me though? He must have been cheating when he got me, because his bullets are not touching these people. Alright, well that upsets me. Let's just... Yeah, alright, thanks for hanging in there, chat. Talk to you later, have a great day.